Well, would you look at that? Just a few short hours after I published my video talking about how I'm doubting that Ubisoft is really doing well when it comes to Assassin's Creed Shadows, even though they're pushing out there on social media with marketing that this has over 3 million players and people should be celebrating it. Do we hear news that Ubisoft themselves have announced that they have formed a partnership with Tencent to create a new entity, and Tencent will now have 25% stake in any of the decisions moving forward with the major titles that Ubisoft owns. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. If that wasn't enough, that Tencent is now going to be somebody who's a major stakeholder in the decision making moving forward, do we hear news that a leaked email has come out of Ubisoft proper from CEO Yves Guillemot, and it's not pretty. In fact, many of the employees there are causing quite an uproar, causing another mass email to go out to calm their fears and say, no, everything's fine, guys. It's going according to plan. There's nothing to worry about, nothing to see here. Everything's going to be just fine. But some of you are probably going to be out of a job. JT. Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out smashjt.com for the full article breaking down the craziness and chaos that is Ubisoft today. And this is the day that we've all been waiting for, where news drop after news drop after news drop happens. And I can't even keep up with it because Ubisoft is all over the place, and none of it is really good. This all comes to us from an exclusive report from Tom Henderson at Insider Gaming. Today is becoming quite the day for Ubisoft being in the news. First, their marketing team pushes on social media that everything's going just swimmingly with Assassin's Creed Shadows having over 3 million players. And just a few hours later, we hear that everything is on the verge of collapse. In a major shakeup that's raising eyebrows across the entire gaming industry, Ubisoft has officially partnered with Chinese tech giant Tencent to form a new subsidiary company focused on key franchises like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six. I spoke about the potential of this happening like a week ago or so, maybe a little bit over that, talking about how there were rumors that Ubisoft was in talks with Tencent and other major corporations to maybe take on some of the burden in case the games don't do as well as they hoped, that they'd still be able to be around because Ubisoft is in so much debt right now that they can't possibly take that on themselves again. And here we find ourselves with it actually coming to fruition. While Ubisoft's leadership is, of course, touting this move as an exciting opportunity because they gotta always sell everything they do, anyone who's anyone knows well better than that. And the leaked email that we got from CEO Yves Guillemot tells everyone a very different story. One that employees are deeply concerned about their future, or lack thereof. And here is the other foot that everyone was expecting to drop. Yves' email starts off saying, "Hey everyone, I'm pleased to share an important announcement." They go over talking about this milestone in Ubisoft's history, following the process of reviewing different strategic options for Ubisoft's future, because it couldn't possibly be that they're making poor decisions, the company went woke, and they're not selling games to people that want to actually buy those. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's just, changing economic times and, struggles of being a business. It's tough stuff. The email goes on to talk about how Tencent is investing 1.16 billion euros into Ubisoft's new entity that's being formed here, and the terms of the partnership are straightforward, establishing a dedicated subsidiary within Ubisoft that will bring together Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six, and Far Cry. Tencent will be a 25% shareholder of the new subsidiary with the aim of boosting these franchises to become undisputed global icons. Then he goes into a bunch of fluff saying, oh, it's all good news and everything's happy and rainbows and butterflies and nothing to worry about here. Until you get to the bottom half of the email where it says, "I want to express my deepest gratitude for your resilience, tenacity, courage, and creativity, all the qualities that make Ubisoft a truly unique company and helped us overcome challenging period over the last few years. The coming months will be dedicated to shaping our next chapter. Of course, this new step in our transformation will raise many questions, including on an individual level. We are committed to keeping you regularly informed, answering your questions, and providing visibility on the next steps." And that is pretty obvious corporate speak for, we're going to be reviewing what people do here, and if it's not something that we need, your job's probably going to be cut. Now, if you've ever worked in a corporate environment when something like a consolidation happens, it can throw the entire workday into complete chaos, and you lose focus on what you're even supposed to be doing, and you start chatting with your coworkers about the future prospects of your employment there. And this all caused a massive uproar reportedly throughout all of Ubisoft, so bad to the point that they had to follow up that initial email with another one. These employees at Ubisoft are extremely concerned about their jobs right now. The very thing I said would be happening is happening, with Gilmont's memo causing quite the immediate stir within the company, prompting a follow-up email from Ubisoft's chief studios and portfolio officer, Marie-Sophie de Wobert, aiming at calming the fears, telling people, no, it's not what you think, even though it's pretty much exactly what he said. Hello, everyone. I want to follow up immediately after Uvez's email regarding the new business unit that is being created. First and foremost, I want to emphasize that the agreement we announced is a powerful enabler and an exciting opportunity for Ubisoft. Not for you, the employees. It's for the greater good of the company. And your job is probably going to be lost because of it. But hey, don't worry about it because Ubisoft. Not that anyone's really surprised at this point. I mean, Ubisoft has been bleeding money for years. Some could even argue decades. It has been a straight fall down as their stock has gone. And all they have along the way is indoctrinated employees, people coming in that are activists, not gamers, trying to push propaganda instead of people that actually have a passion for gaming. Like, sure, there are a few developers in there that do care about the gaming, that do have a passion for what they're doing, but it's been overrun by activists, people that go in with a different ideology and intention outside of just making a great game. In fact, they go in with the intention of, how do I make this game about me? How do I make this game a way to push a message or agenda? And it's just all the same ideology pushing together. The nose ring mafia, as I call it, that all think the same way. And while they claim to be diverse all the time, the one thing they're always lacking is diversity of thought. The one thing you need to understand that your customers don't want slop. At the bottom of her email, it says, of course, this brings some uncertainty and questions. Right now, we may not have all the detailed answers, but we are committed to communicating with you transparently and regularly. Supporting you through this transition is the top priority for your local and your global leadership teams. Don't hesitate to reach out to them to stay tuned locally. Usual or dedicated studio times will be also good forums to keep you updated and answer your questions. Read, Tencent is not going to want to deal with the bloat that is nearly 20,000 Ubisoft global employees worldwide, and they're probably going to be cutting a good amount of those people that, let's be honest, that are pretty much dead weight in a company that is billions of dollars in debt. It's probably not the best idea to continue paying these people that aren't bringing in any money. But here's the concern that I have for all of this, the broader implications of Tencent's deeper foothold in Western gaming, and it can't be ignored. It's very concerning to see China take up so much land in the gaming space, but to be honest, the way Canada has been going woke with their approach to gaming in recent years, this was the only natural course of evolution for it to go. Like, I gotta be honest, did these people expect to just make whatever they wanted to make and it would just sell because it exists? Because that's not how the open and free marketplace works. You need to create a product that customers want to purchase. And in this case, you work at a video game company, you need to make a video game that people are excited to play. You can't just say, hey, we made a game, you have to buy this, and if you don't, you're a bigot. Because that doesn't work with an audience that works hard for their money and wants to be entertained in a way that doesn't try to indoctrinate them in some weird cultish ideology. Survival of the fittest. They were making games for no audience and fighting against paying customers, and that's not a winning strategy for anybody. And it has to make you wonder if this conspiracy theory coming from China pushing woke ideology is a way to be able to scoop up all these companies at a lower price, because it's something people have been floating around for a while, and now we see it coming to fruition just like people predicted, and I don't know, it's kind of hard not to put two and two together and get four here. Ubisoft may be calling this the beginning of a new chapter, but for many of its developers, it feels more like a ticking time bomb. And I can't blame them. As the dust settles, it remains to be seen just how much Ubisoft's identity and workforce will survive this Tencent transition. If any, because I got a feeling there is a massive reckoning coming for Ubisoft right now that many of the employees aren't even prepared for. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. If you guys want more information, check out smashjt.com for the full article. I will link this in the description below. If you appreciate what I'm doing, hit that join button. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing.
Smash JT. Smash JT. Smash JT.